Welcome back to Downstairs and Dragons, where we play D&D in our basement as per tradition. We are finishing up the Mythal pillars so that we have a working Mythal in this elven city for someone to move his family here. So let's go finish up. We have Dieter playing Kieran, we have Josh playing Ixildor, and we have Adler playing Phlebotomus. Whew. That was hard to get through with that face. You guys have 2 more major Seldarine gods to worship. So would you like to read the second to last card for Angevin?
Oh no, we're worshiping these guys? I thought we were just like being chill with them.
That's what you've been doing, sure.
That's yeah. Don't worry, you're fine.
Woo!
Where are we going next? Cyan.
Not Cian.
No. There's one that's not really listed on our map, but one that the book mentions.
What's that?
The Ive district.
Yeah, go ahead and read the back.
Ivy. Wow.
If you fear you've gotten lost because you visited a shop and were thanked for visiting the Ive district, do not worry. This district is not confined to a physical location.
Oh.
In the spirits of Angevin, Illiser, this district breaks the rigid borders of the rest of Entity Seldarine. Households, shops, and buildings can choose to affiliate with the Ive district for various reasons. Pay close attention to your surroundings and the behavior of other visitors. Within reason, the Ive district may have its own ever-changing rules and codes to adhere by.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Worshippers of the god of trickery, the elven god of trickery, they never have a sacred ritual in the same place twice. It is always something new and random in a different place.
Oh, like that chameleon, the silver chameleon.
Yeah, the thing that just went and like flew around and disappeared.
I wonder where that thing went off to.
No, whatever.
It just fucked off.
I suppose.
So this god can be appeased by doing something crazy random.
Well, the 2 of you are perfect for that.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
can also sacrifice things to this god. Give random trinkets, or even things that
Yes.
aren't physical, which you may have already given him something.
I'm going to sacrifice your...
No.
Virginity.
Yes.
That sounds like a threat.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a ruin that looks like a shop or something. Should I roll investigation?
You guys can roll investigation to find some place that has the symbol of the Ive district on it.
Sure. Oh, Jesus Christ. Got to stop rolling on paper.
Natural 20.
6.
14.
You don't find anything. You think you find some broken ones, but you don't know if they got blown around by the storm. Natural 20, you realize you can just decide wherever you want. Another thing you guys remember is there's one point after you finished the hunt where you actually heard the Mythal laugh out of nowhere at something you were doing. So you think you may have already started this pillar, but now you need to finish it.
I think I know what I have to do, but it has to wait until nightfall when we're all asleep.
You're not putting your testicles anywhere near me.
It has nothing to do with testicles.
I'll cut them off.
It has nothing to do with phalluses. It has nothing to do with fingers, digits, or feet.
Feces.
It has nothing to do with feces, no piss, no bile, no spit.
What
no
does it have to
sweat.
do with Phlebotomus? Is it blood?
Everything and nothing. No blood.
So you're not doing anything. And at the same time doing everything.
That's right.
I say we just get shit-faced.
Just trust me on this one. We sleep. If my plan doesn't work, we do whatever else.
You know, I kind of want to hear you out on this.
Okay.
I'm with Phlebotomus on this one.
I think maybe we should find magic mushrooms.
If my plan doesn't work out, we find magic mushrooms, we get shit-faced, we cause a ruckus, we fuck up this town worse than the storm did.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that. But you know...
No, we'll do that.
We'll probably do that. But regardless...
You guys just gave me a really good idea. You don't have to do this, but an idea I just got was you place random traps around the city so that when you move the refugees to the town,
They
random
get their-
people find that shit all
They
over
get
the
their
place.
leg in a bear trap, that kind of trap.
Well, that's really dark.
Tiger pits.
Punji sticks.
Yeah.
I guess that would
Stick
involve
bombs.
piss.
Maybe something that's not going to hurt people.
Can you make stink bombs? Perfect.
You can collect goblin dung, can't you?
First off, I want to run my secret plan by the GMs. Nobody look at what I'm writing here.
Alright.
Okay. Your new zodiac. I haven't written it like in a nice, neat way. Like, so let me explain. This is your completed zodiac for Deep Shasalos. It's all organized and tells you what level you get what thing, and they're all named. This is just my plans. I haven't actually written it real nice yet, so I promise I'll get it to you by our next session.
Okay.
But I can tell you what god it is, and I can tell you what zodiac it is.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, alright.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna piss on us.
That's what's going to happen.
I promise no piss.
He's gonna jizz on us.
Oh, no.
I never did
He
say
said
that.
no testicles or fallacies. I think that would be included.
Well, maybe there's like a degree of separation. Like, I do it into a cup and give it to them.
No, please don't. Oh, okay. We need a new background. So where you guys are just? What are you doing today? Do you want to go to the CN district? Do you want to
You know, let's gather up some mushrooms.
Again
some
with this?
drugs?
Yeah.
Make some narcotics.
Start a narcotics trade in the city.
Here's an idea, Kieran. Can you make a wonderful pastry with these ingredients?
Oh, you want edibles?
Sure.
I can do that.
Okay, are we
Yeah.
going on another herb hunt?
Aye.
Well, I suppose it'd be a baking goods hunt too. We have to find flour and, you know.
He's got some of that packed away.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, you're making me do this off the top of my head.
That's just
We could do something else. We could do something else, maybe.
Okay, you're looking for something that when you eat it, it affects your mind.
Mm-hmm.
There are several different herbs out there, as Sylvanas can tell you, that do just that. You find the exact opposite of that. It does not affect the mind, it affects the body.
What's this do?
Go ahead and roll nature.
It eludes me.
Oh, that's not good. 19.
Instead of your mind having a party, your body has a party.
In your bowels.
Fully erect something and tingly feelings all over and feeling like you're floating.
Ooh.
It's kind of a party drug.
It's kind of a orgasm drug. And then
It's an aphrodisiac.
We'll file this away for a later date.
Oh god. Okay.
but to
I'm
the
not
point where
sharing.
it's uncontrollable, so it's a
Oh,
little
you.
too long to be fun and a little too uncomfortable to be enjoyable.
Oh, well then just dilute it in tea.
So what you want to do, find someone you really don't like, feed it to them right before they have to go to like a public, I don't know, some kind of official speech or something. Save that for the Mayor of Oakhurst.
Alright.
Also, we were gonna do a reminder. We were gonna remind you guys of all the random crap you have in your bag of holding, just in case any of that would be useful. You've gotten rid of the sky rock.
Oh, right.
Do you have a set of doors? Do you have that big jade wall?
Yep.
Aye.
You have that big jade wall. In your bag of holding, you have several 200-year-old potion bottles, if you'll remember.
Oh, yeah.
That was the major one I was thinking of. What else? What other random stuff did you guys pick up along the way? You have the silver pyramid that gives off moonlight. You have I can't remember anything else.
Alchemy jug.
Ixildor, I need you to do some. I need you to help me with some construction.
All right.
Yeah, that big ass jade wall we had. Can you break it into 4 separate squares?
No.
No.
Probably
No.
not.
Why?
That would be a shame. We should sell it as is.
It's going to be a temple for the god of trickery.
Well, that's counterintuitive.
Can we use something other than the very expensive jade wall?
Tell you what, why don't we paint some plywood green? You won't notice the difference.
You can make the doors go nowhere. Put the doors up in front of a brick wall.
I like that idea.
Good shit. Okay.
Sorry, you don't have to do that. I just...
No, I actually really like that idea. Let's do that.
Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna find some brick wall that looks like no, better yet, I'm gonna find an archway somewhere. I'm gonna brick it up and I'm gonna put the doors there.
Okay, you guys are going to spend the day doing some construction. What skill would that be?
Molders.
Mason's tools.
No, you actually should do it with your hands.
Stoneworking tools.
Yeah, you got your stoneworking tools. Go ahead and do that. Can I get an athletics from the strong guy and then,
Well, I'm just putting the grout in.
Oh, then yeah, do that.
Yeah, I got like... So it's proficiency plus intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so... 24.
19.
Molders.
You guys are able to actually make a really nice archway with a brick wall in it. What's funny is it's in the middle of what was probably a road. It was probably a path. You'd go through the archway and go down the road. No,
Where do you think we
just
got the bricks?
You just walled it up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I want to go down that path, but there's a wall in the fucking way.
Okay,
We can tear it down later.
listen.
No.
I have an even better idea, guys.
We gotta put the door up now.
No, hold on. Eladrin have photographic memories, right?
No.
I'm gonna need you to paint what was behind this path onto the brick wall, so it'll look like...
That would be a performance roll.
I'm not good at that.
I was actually going to ask you guys to also mark it with the symbol of the Ive district. So someone would need to roll that. Oh, you could do it with your stonemason's tools. You can etch it into the bricks.
Oh, yes.
But yes, I would like a performance for someone to do the painting. And we'll need a survival for someone to make the paints out of herbs.
If you make the paints, I'll paint the wall.
I'll
I
give
can
you
do
guidance
that.
for the painting, and I will... Fuck, what was I doing again?
Stonemason's tools to etch the symbol of the Ive
Oh, yes.
district into the archway, which will prevent it from being knocked down.
Natural 20.
A natural 20.
Okay, you got a lot to live up for.
Well, can't happen 3 times in a row, right? No, but it's still good.
Guidance.
Natural 18. Oh,
Yeah.
25.
Wow. Okay, so you
That's
guys,
fucking drink.
you make a masterpiece that looks like the road behind it. You etch the symbol in it that states, this is a religiously dictated part of the district, cannot be torn down, it is now a landmark. You create beautiful realistic paints and you help your buddy paint. We also need to put the doors up. Are we putting the doors up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys put the doors up and you used your Tinker's tools to do the hinges. I'm not gonna make a roll for that, it's a hinge.
Yeah.
And you guys now have this big, beautiful set of doors in this nice archway with the Ive symbol on it, and you open them and you go down a path and BAM! And it's almost like the painting came alive. There's actually a split second where you feel like you're walking into the painting, and then it almost like pushes you back. But you hit it so hard you bounce off like a trampoline. And you and you hear the laughing in the distance. Now, this took you guys all day, because painting a full-size painting would take a very long time, building the brickwork, putting up the... So it's actually sunset, and you hear the laugh in the distance.
You know, this is what I'm most proud of, what we've done here.
I have a little bit of a project.
What's that?
I need as many stink bombs that you could possibly make.
I can do that. I can do my thing during the night, and then after that, I can just spend the entire time making stink bombs.
Okay, excellent.
So, why do you need steam bombs?
I'm going to make pitfall traps, and when you fall through the pitfall, you'll land on the stink bomb, which will break it open and make you smell like arse.
Okay, so you're gonna go off and do your own thing with your Ive symbols. But you have to make the stink bombs overnight, right? So
Right,
you guys are
I
going to
do.
fall asleep, and during your watch, you're going to make the stink bombs.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna do the thing I showed you when everyone else.
I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna piss on us.
No.
So you guys go to sleep nearby to the arch, in a nice soft spot of ground that you're able to put up your tent, and Phlebotomist takes first watch.
Actually, can I take watch past last after them, just so I can
Okay, Kieran takes first watch
Oh, okay.
for 4 hours, and then Ixidor takes 2 hour watch, and then Phlebotomist takes 2 hours watch, and it's right around when the sun is about to come up.
All right. So I'm gonna do my thing. Do I need to roll for the first thing?
No.
Okay.
But for the second thing, roll your alchemy tools to make the substance.
The substance. 24.
Okay. I'd like you to roll sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Okay, I'm gonna give myself guidance on this one. Oh boy, I needed it. 8. 14.
Perception at disadvantage, Ixidor.
Mm, 11.
Oh, the sun comes up. And you guys are waking up, and Phlebotomist is working on stink bombs that don't smell very good. He's a little ways away.
That's the whole point.
Oh, and Kieran is excited about the stink bombs, and Ixidor, you're like, oh, it smells. Your face is really soft. Lots of hair all over. Kieran, you notice that a Phlebotomist turns over his shoulder and he has a very baby face, and he goes back to work.
Oh wow!
Can I pull it off?
It is glued on. It is not coming off.
I am going to go ahead and telepathically tell Galathier to ram himself into Phlebotomist.
Please roll that. You're gonna get picked up by the horns. You just. And as you wake up, you hear this
18.
in the distance,
That hits.
and it's almost like sparkling golden glitter just out of Ixidor and bounces on the ground and disappears. And then
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
you get rammed by a deer between its horns. You're lucky you didn't get gouged. And more laughter fills the
And make
air,
a
and
strength
more
saving
glitter from where you hit.
Saving throw.
The glitter just all over the air, and the air's
17.
filled
You
with
were
it.
not knocked prone.
Okay. I'm gonna take one of the stink bombs and I'm gonna slam it full force onto the deer's snout.
And I will dismiss him.
And just and silver glitter.
I'm
And
gonna
it
grab
clouds.
another one. I'm gonna hurl it at Ixidor.
Roll the hit. I should probably have some focus.
12.
No.
Roll. It goes sailing past him and lands behind him.
Mage
It
hand.
does not smell good.
I'll send my bees to catch it.
Oh, okay. Roll a dex save.
$17.
You're able to catch it before it smashes.
So what happens if I cast Hold Monster on a humanoid?
It doesn't.
Nothing.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
You started this.
I started nothing. What are you looking at me for? Almost got killed by a deer.
You're lucky you didn't.
Every time you laugh, it echoes in the air.
What happened? Why are you all looking at me like that?
Oh no, what could have possibly
As you
been
turn
happening?
Ixidor, it waggles and it blows in the wind.
Ixildor, why are you so mad at me? Your beard's looking very luxurious this morning, by the way.
You wait. You won't know when it's coming.
I didn't think elves could grow it that big.
You won't know
Normally we
when,
can't.
or how, or in what manner. But you will have your comeuppance.
Better be soon. The Mythal's getting cranky.
Sleep with an eye open.
And you're
Alright.
gonna make a bunch of pitfall traps.
Aye.
And every time you do, it's like glitter on the ground and laughing every time you find a new spot to dig one.
So, sorry. I'm gonna be following him along and helping him with them.
Sure.
When do I suppose he would be most distracted? Like when he's trying
I would
to
say a
set up-
few in, he just starts to get a rhythm and get a pattern down.
Okay. I'm going, once he's like leaning over, putting something in there, I'm gonna try and push him over into the pit.
Okay,
Roll
you're
to
gonna have
hit.
to roll stealth first.
Stealth.
Oh, alright.
6.
Well, 21. I'm gonna fart. Druidcraft, like, fart smell in your face.
Why?
Oh, sorry. I've just been eating good berries for so long.
I thought those didn't make you,
I don't know.
Also, when
The
you
guts are
farted,
just
it was a poof of glitter, of rainbow glitter all over everything.
glitter fart. Is that a Feywild thing?
I think it's, yes. Yes,
Okay,
it is.
That's really fucked up and horrible, so it is a Feywild
Thank you.
thing. Yeah.
You guys ready to move on to the CN district? You've played your pranks. You've heard the Mythal laughing joyfully. She is quite entertained, quite pleased, and it is time to move on to the last district. Can we read that card?
Mhm.
As your beard and your mustache move elegantly while you talk, Ixilber.
What is it made out of? How did you glue it to my face?
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
plant matter. It's not jizz, don't worry.
It's super gnome glue.
Oh.
Oh, I should know better than to ask you for a series answer.
No, it is.
Yeah, right.
My great grandfather invented the
I'm
recipe.
sure.
I'm gonna roll nature.
Which one am I seeing?
You know, it's meant for sealing wounds.
21?
Yeah, it's gnome glue.
What's it made out of?
What's super glue made out of?
Oh, certain saps.
Mostly
Oh, here it
saps.
is. It's right here.
Yeah, it's made of a bunch of like different tree saps. I sort of.
Don't worry, it's not jizz.
I had figured it wasn't jizz.
But the potential was always there.
You're right. I suppose. Thank you for setting my mind at ease.
I told you it wasn't jizz. You can trust me.
And here I was agreeing to your plan. I have now regretted this decision.
What's the little leaflet there say?
Or maybe another journey is what you're after. Do you come to Etede Saldarine in search of answers? The CN district is famous for its observatories, dram palaces, and divination dens.
Dram palaces?
Dream. I must have had a typo in there.
Dram could have been something elven, I don't know.
A dram is like a drink, isn't it? Like you have a dram of.
It's a unit of measurement for a drink for a pixie. It's one thimble.
Oh, I see.
It's a dram.
So like a dram full of honey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dream palaces.
Most of the denizens of the shady and beautiful CN district revere Seheni Moonbow. If you are a night traveler, you can thank the moonlit lanterns on the streets to the influence of the goddess of the moon. Moontime.
Okay.
You guys are gonna go find a dream palace temple?
Sure. Let's go take a look at that.
You guys walk into the most heavily forested area of the major part of town. It is incredibly dark from all the foliage and all of the coverage that you have here. It's almost like walking through an enchanted night. As sparkling dew on the leaves shines like moonlight even in the sun. And you are walking and looking for some kind of building that is still whole, still dedicated to Seheni Moonbow. Can you roll investigation for me?
18.
Natural 20.
Better than one I got.
You've been getting a lot of those.
I
It's,
have.
16.
Okay, you guys actually do very well because the Temple of Sehanin is so massive. It just seems it's a very large estate that every building is connected by covered walkways and covered archways. So it's just like a never-ending castle of several wings, of hotel wings and inn wings and hospitals and just places for people to quietly go to sleep and rest. Well, sleep, well, these are elves, so they meditate. But in order to dream, you have to sleep. So there's something about this temple that allows adult elves to dream. So you wander the many ruined walkways, looking for the center temple. And finally you found, kind of sunken into the ground and hidden amongst all the trees, a massive dome conservatory that almost blends right in with the forest. It's surprising how something that large can be that well hidden. When you enter, most of the ceiling is of course gone, and most of the walls are gone. But you can see these beautiful mirror-shined stones that create murals all over the walls that are now scratched up and dull, but were once greatly polished, and they remind you of the mirror room. So you guys keep walking, trying to find your way through the temple into the parts that are not broken, and eventually you find a familiar hallway into a familiar room full of mirrors and glass. Is where the big miasma ball was situated up above, and it was spreading miasma. But maybe if you could create another light source in this room, it could be amplified by all the mirrors and all the glass. So first you have to decide what your light source will be, and second you have to decide where to place it.
How about that pyramid that creates a bunch of moonlight?
Ooh, yes.
That you guys picked up real early in the dungeon.
You're the one that's holding it.
As Lord of Snails, from whom we
Oh God, we're
receive
back to this again.
I hereby grant this offering to the great goddess Sehanine for her sleepy times and sweet dreams.
Roll persuasion for me.
Guidance. Well, it's not bad. 16... 15.
As you go to hand it to Ixildora, the pyramid changes shape. A pyramid is as close as you can get to a sphere with straight lines and straight edges, right? It is the polygon that has the least amount of sides, the least amount of vertices. That's as close as you can get to something that has no sides and no vertices. You get what I'm saying?
That's accurate.
Sheet of paper, maybe.
So you notice that the middle of each triangle is starting to bulge out and starting to form a sphere. As you go to tip it into Ixildora's hands, Ixildora, you realize it is no longer a flat surface, it is now a ball that tries to roll out of your hands, and you grab it. And it is glowing ever so dimly, like a very, very dim solar rock that absorbed light. Almost like something glow in the dark in our world, like those glow in the dark stars. Just very dimly. But now where can you put an orb so that it doesn't roll away? Where can you put an orb in this room so that moonlight can shine through the entire room?
Is there some sort of edifice or inlet that I can place it in?
I would almost say hang it from the ceiling, maybe.
Maybe there was a big glass ball, correct?
That was the miasma, and it is now gone.
Oh, okay.
You guys, I don't know what to roll for this. What would, like, a logic puzzle be? Intelligence? An intelligence save, maybe? Thinking.
Well, I suppose.
I think you guys are gonna have to roll intelligence to try to find, and just keep moving around and try to find where the moonlight is.
Not a save, just a roll.
Yeah, just roll intelligence.
Okay.
7.
Oh, baby, 8.
You guys find many places where you see the light actually bounce almost around the entire room, but you notice there's an occasional piece of glass or mirror that just isn't hit. You do find a spot. Kieran, you're able to watch what they're doing and kind of think like a Fey elf. And you figure out, over time, there's a really high spot you guys have to lift Phlebotomist up, who has to lift the orb up. And it hits just right that everything in the room illuminates. But now you can't stay standing here. What's your next move?
Is that up against the ceiling?
No, it's just in the middle of the air. Just random middle spot.
Alright,
Okay.
well, we found the spot.
Yeah, more glue.
What I'm thinking is if I tape it to my broom and just leave it here, it might be sufficient.
I mean, I'm thinking, like, let's just wrap it in wire and fix it to the ceiling.
If
I
you
can-
were in a dream, what would you do?
If I were in a dream, I just... Give me that, give me that.
Okay.
I'll just toss it up there.
Then it stops.
There we go.
Hey.
And the room gets brighter and brighter, almost as if the light is powering itself. It's like when you plug an extension cord into itself, it doesn't power itself. That's not what's happening here. It is powering itself. The room becomes more and more luminescent, and you guys are able... There's no shadows left on you. You are completely illuminated. You are completely brightened. And normally darkness makes you sleepy, but the brighter the light gets, the more you can't stand to keep your eyes open. The more you can't
Where's
stand
the
to be
bed?
awake.
Where's
The
the
more
bed?
you can't feel where your arms and legs are.
I'm gonna lay down
You are
here.
now just a floating soul with no body
I don't want to get a concussion.
and no voice. There is nothing. You guys each get pulled into a dream. My first thing is for you. It said if there was a journey you needed to go on and you had answers you were looking for, you could visit this temple. Who would like to go first?
Me.
Phlebotomist, what is your question? What is the one question that you are searching for the answer?
Like the one question I would ask?
The
Or-
question that is about, like, the question that,
Because I was going to ask what's the Quella question.
that,
Is
hold on to,
something
but
else.
good job.
Pin in that, okay.
Super good job. The question that embodies your entire life right now.
Where is, I don't know if that's a good question. Where is Daelander Gavin? Okay.
That is the journey you're on.
Yeah.
You are standing at the bottom of a hill. The wind is blowing in the grass. There's clouds floating overhead, trees in the distance. You're on a very, very thinly beaten path. Definitely not a well-traveled road. And you see a little cottage, a little stone cottage with a thatched roof sitting on top of the hill. It has a little chimney with smoke blowing out of the top.
Okay.
The cottage starts getting taller. And taller. And taller.
Oh, boy.
And kind of crooked, like a slinky that's falling over.
Oh, that's not great.
And the ground becomes more uneven and more hilly, and there's big divots, and there's in the fence posts, some of them become so tall that they rocket off like there was a spring at the bottom of them, and they disappear. And there's lights flying everywhere, and in the tower, you realize the tower looks just like a hat, like a big witch's hat that got really tall. And then you realize there's hats everywhere on the ground. Some of them are very wide, some of them are long, some of them have a big spiral in the top. And you realize that you're a hat, and your arms are really long, but there's hats on all of your fingers, and you're in the hat, but you can feel your legs are all tied up inside the hat, and you try to crawl out of it, but you just crawl into another hat on a boat in the water, and now you're in the sky on a
What
hat.
kind of dreams are you having? Can I have some?
We're not even fucking done, man.
I've had dreams like this.
And some of the hats are making animals just crawl out, like tons of them, like fish that grow legs that grow into people and are standing and then fall over and turn into dust, and other hats that are growing into trees, and flowers are blooming birds that fly out and run into the bark and disappear and appear out of the ground somewhere else. Just hats that do all kinds of random things. There's machines you don't recognize, and there's you feel like you're hearing tons. There's some of them that are speaking and some of them that are dying. Some of the hats just fall over and die and wither into the ground and decompose, and it's like 1,000 years went by, and this is the dream you're having. What was once normal became chaos, surrounded by tons of hats. And that is the answer to your question.
Okay, I'm not.
I mean, what more could you expect out of that? I mean, that's a perfectly clear answer if you ask me.
You know, hats. Where is Daylander getting? Well, hats upon
He's
hats
always
upon
with you, buddy.
hats.
He's in the hat. He's buried in the hat.
Oh God, that's morbid. What the hell?
Well, you saw him walk away when he set down the hat, though, so you know that's not the case.
He's got another hat that has a portal to the
Nice.
same spot. He's just always
Lost.
there when you're not.
Dude, that means he talked to the changeling then. God damn. That's embarrassing.
The doppelganger. You get so sick of it.
Fucking Jesus
You play
Christ.
too much Everon.
They're the same thing.
No, they're not.
The changelings
No,
are the children
Sorry, man.
of doppelgangers.
Oh, great. Ixildor, you are next. What is your one question? You have found the home you're looking for. What's next? What's your question now?
To my knowledge, we have taken care of all the trees besides the big one, right?
Oh, correct.
Mhm.
Besides the main one that Gothias is buried under, that is
Mhm.
correct. Now we're talking overarching plot, Ixildor's whole purpose in this game. What question surrounds his entire purpose?
My family gonna like it here?
That was not what I was expecting you to ask.
I suppose more than my family. Is everyone that lives in Sumberhome going to like it here?
Okay.
Have I really found what I'm looking for?
You're in the sky. You're flying. Underneath you is miles and miles of land. You think this is what birds see when they're up above the clouds. You can see forests and lakes and rivers and roads and multiple towns. Things that you wouldn't be able to see from the top of a mountain, you are seeing now as you fly over it.
Hats. I start seeing
Your
hats
feet-
everywhere.
Shut up. Your
Hey,
feet,
get out of my dream.
Your feet are on solid ground. Solid metal ground, it clangs when you walk. And you hear the whir of not birds' wings, but something in the air as you're flying over the ground. You fly to a large forest with a big, gaping, black, ruined crater. You're underground. You're looking at a miniature of the world. You look above you and there's dirt, and you look at the table and there's lots of mini little trees and mini fake grass that was made out of thread and mini towns and you look around and there's no walls. You can see every complicated room. There are rooms with creatures you've never seen before. There are rooms with creatures you've heard rumor of, with anything from tentacles on their faces to claws on their ends of their arms to fur all over their body. But you see a massive labyrinth underground. Several bajillion rooms with magic sparking and people screaming. Their bodies aren't being torn apart, but their bodies are being torn apart. It's like if you were to cut the head off a Hydra and two heads would come, except for they're cutting elves in half and more elves are growing out of their flesh and then turning into worms and then being eaten by withered old women with long claws and wrinkled faces, and then you occasionally see the flutter of large bat wings and horned creatures with devil tails and people who are, they have fire in their eyes, completely okay with this madness and this pain, and it's their joy. And You taste blood in your mouth. Your mouth is full of it, to the point where it's dripping all over. And you hear the screams of people you know. And that is what you were dreaming of.
More like having a nightmare about.
That's not great.
Damn.
It's not great at all.
I'm sorry, you have a rough session every session. I'm so hard on Ixeldor. I'm so sorry. But that is the answer to your question. Will your family be happy here? Wouldn't anybody? If that's what they're used to. Okay, Kieran. What is your question? What is your journey?
I have 2 journeys.
You have one right now.
I have 2 journeys.
You have one question.
I have 2 journeys, and they're both equally important. The first one is to try and it's a lofty goal that I set for myself, something off in the distance that I can slowly aspire to, but it's to find the secret of those mind-numbingly delicious cakes, the true inspiration for me to become the person I was. But the other quest that I'm on, along that way, is to search for more signs of Amolida.
Can you word that into one question?
Question 1, Part A.
No. You have one question.
What's more important? Finding the girl who silently and wordlessly dumped me, or becoming the best patissier the world has ever known?
Definitely the first one.
I say the second one.
See?
Wow.
Do you see? Do you see?
Why waste your time on somebody that didn't give you the time of day to tell you where they were going?
How do you know?
Her portal disappeared. As you remember in that document, it says that her portal to the Feywild
I'm not there.
How do you know she meant to leave?
Oh, it's my dream. You're there.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's there. Like
We're
in
just
my
his
moment
shoulder.
of indecision.
We're the 2 people on his shoulder.
Okay, hurry up. One question.
Oh, right. Well,
Where's Molly at? Ask that. Where's Molly at?
who's Molly?
Amolida.
Amolida.
Oh,
Molly.
Amolida.
You know, people really do enjoy your cooking.
Love.
The more,
Love.
the better that the cooking gets. Well,
No,
okay.
think about it this way.
It would actually be easier for me to follow that sweets trail because it's legendarily good. There's always going to be a sign of where that patissier went.
Listen.
But I have no leads for Amolida, so that's what I'll go with.
Yeah.
So I'll just flick you off my shoulder. And I'll pat you on the head. And I'll flick you off my shoulder. Then I'll just dive into the dream.
And you are surrounded by colors. And I don't mean soft, beautiful colors. I mean like red, blue, green, yellow. It's like whoa, 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 like you're down a tunnel and it's whoa, 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 and all the colors are coming at you so fast. And there are things with crazy sparkling eyes, and everyone is like woo, and everyone is super spindly, and you're surrounded by tons of people laughing and singing and joking around.
And there's hats,
touching
there's hats everywhere. Get up.
Everyone's there's music and everyone's laughing and singing and every touch feels good and every sensation feels amazing and it's just like ecstasy through every cell of your body. You can feel your blood rushing as if it's birds flying through your skin and even the ground feels goopy and it makes you giggle when you touch it and oh my gosh. And then you see someone bite into someone else and eat them and laugh as they do it, and the person who's gushing blood laughs as they faint. And there's people just licking up the blood off the ground, making them more high and making them more exacerbated. And you think it's fucking hilarious. And you're finding that there's cakes in their body, and you reach into the wound and you pull out the cake and you eat it.
Oh,
And-
hell yeah.
And you're seeing that the dripping on the blood is making flowers grow with candies inside the petals. And you can slurp them up, and it makes your mind feel like you're a giant. No, you're the size of a pin. No, you're fluid, you're liquid. You could swim anywhere you want. You could jump off that tree over there, and you could fly anywhere you want to go. And these people just love that you're with them, and they love your smile and your laughter and everything you say and do. And
I want to try and focus.
on what?
My question.
There is chaos magic everywhere. Wild magic, and literally it is wild, running rampant. Wherever you are, there's chaos magic flowing through it. And there is someone, well, all the people you're with
Wanna
are
try and
enjoying it.
See through the chaos.
They're forcing it. No, that is the answer to your question.
I have
There's
to ride it.
chaos magic everywhere. You're seeing people in a boat that has wheels and smells like smoke and is riding around the trees, and then people get shot up in the air by these fiery engines that come out of their backs, and now all of a sudden all their teeth are connected, and now there's people who have joined bodies and they've become the same thing, and now there's just music everywhere and beads. All of a sudden there's beads, and you can grab them and eat them, and they melt like marshmallows in your mouth. And there's people who are farming, but what's in the plowed bits of dirt is actually paper that they had smeared their eyeballs on, but what they're harvesting ends up being jelly that is put in a cake, and then the filling is made out of whipped hair from dead babies. And
What in the fuck?
I'm not
Shit.
kidding.
I'm going to cast divination to try and get a clearer picture.
It is an area where there's chaos magic and someone is farming it
Ooh.
with slaves.
Yeah.
And it is-
Right.
It's not good. Is it evil? Matter of opinion.
It's chaos.
Chaos is terrifying. There's a lot of death in chaos. There's life and death. So what I'm describing is sickening because chaos is sickening
It's also destructive.
and disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
That is where Amalda is.
Do I see her?
No.
Damn. Okay.
Sorry, those dreams were sickening. And a lot of you come out of them feeling nauseous and dizzy.
Mine was probably the nicest of them.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, would agree with that.
You have the nicest answer. That's good.
Your master is in your hearts.
I'm sorry, those were really disturbing, but they are the answers to your questions. And you will see them unfold as we go forward. This is foreshadowing for the next 3 or 4 dungeons.
Obviously.
This isn't a Grimdark campaign. I just took all the darkness from 4 dungeons and put them into one dream. So that's why it feels so thick and heavy. But you guys are not awake yet. You're standing in the Temple of Sahanin, not destroyed. All 3 of you. Because while you are an entity on your own, you're also an entity as a party, as a group. So as a group, do you have a question that you all agree on?
Quella.
Quella.
That's a name, not a question.
No, I know what you're referring to, though.
Yeah.
What is the question?
How to save her?
How to save her?
Yeah, how do we say
What's
Quella?
her mystery? What's her story?
And
Get ready.
And the Goddess of Dreams is the perfect person to ask because your friend is stuck in a sleep.
Oi! Quit being a cunt! Wake her up!
You guys are standing in the Temple of Sahanin, And you look out a window, and through the forest, you see a very vast lake. And in that lake is a mountain. A big dirt mountain. With a big plume of smoke coming out of the top of it.
Oh, is it white?
Everyone knows White Plume Mountain in this area because you can see it from very far away. Cowabunga can see it. Oakhurst can see it. HRIVE can't really see it through the forest, but everyone knows of White Plume Mountain. And the glass of the window suddenly turns into the glass of a mirror that you see on the wall of a room filled with treasures and junk and trinkets. And in the mirror, on that wall, in the mountain of white plume smoke, you see Agatha's face.
I've aged a bit.
That's Agatha. That's not you.
I've had a sex change, clearly. It's a mirror.
Okay. Yeah, alright.
Oi! Who the fuck are you?
Wake up! Says the voice of Agatha, and you all three wake up.
Mom.
You are in a room that is lightly illuminated by the moon orb bouncing off all the mirrors and glass.
That was weird.
Yeah, that wasn't great. What happened to your guys' dreams?
My family has been massacred by devils or demons or illithid or other
that's
denizens of the Underdark, and I don't...
And your family lives in caves.
Yeah.
That's not
A
fucking...
little bit above the Underdark.
That's not fucking good. That's...
So, I would like to go there as quickly as possible.
There was a clue. You were flying there on something metal.
A
There's
shield.
something hitting on... I was standing on something made of metal. So it's either something that you've concocted or something you know of, because you're the only person that deals in metals that are not...
Not
Weapons.
Yeah, that's true.
Could it have been a sleigh pulled by flying reindeer?
No. I was standing on it, not
That's
sitting
too
there.
bad.
It wasn't the Elven Forest Walker, was it?
No.
Something different.
It was flying. Does that ring any bells?
How was it flying?
I didn't get a... I heard something, gears whirring, or
Fan blades.
a fan blade.
It's like an airship? Okay.
You know where we can procure one?
Maybe there's
Kinda
one hiding
hard.
around here somewhere.
Kind of
You're
tricky.
The Artificers Guild might know where to go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's where I want to go. That's where I need to go there as
So
quickly
we
as
have
possible.
to go to the Lake of Steam. Then.
In my dream, I saw an area of chaos. Someone is farming the area of chaos by subjecting slaves to the chaos. Self-perpetuating chaos.
Any visual clue as far as location?
None whatsoever.
Maybe the pandemonium?
That's
It's-
actually a really good clue on its own. You just don't know it yet.
Is it actually kind of like...
There was a lot of colors.
In the Feywild?
There's spindly people, colors.
That's the map of the world that you guys are currently in. That's the Lake of Steam to the south. We don't actually have White Plume Mountain on this map, but it's there. You guys are currently in the Winterwood. You've been in Thornwood. That's where Cowabunga is. There's another woods on there. What is it?
Encore?
Can you guys all roll a history check for me?
I'm not familiar.
Oh god.
Let's see what history even is.
Not great.
I don't expect you. You're not from this area, so I actually don't expect you to.
Natural one.
I got a 12.
Okay, Cowabunga
Is in Onkwood.
would know about this. Cowabunga is in Thornwood.
No, I clearly remember it being in Onkwood.
The Winterwood is known for being able to winter very well, or it just withstands the most extreme seasons very well. Onkwood is known for having wild magic.
Ooh.
It is a very dangerous woods. That's why you don't see any roads passing near it, or any towns in it.
So, Onkwood here and is just popping with wild magic. It's
Oh.
just like a spring load of it. You know, like a whole trunk full of wild magic, maybe even more than a thimbleful, like 20 thimblefuls of wild magic.
That's still not quite a bit.
20,000 thimblefuls.
That might be a little bit.
220,000. and a half. That's about where we're at with wild magic there.
Alright.
No one lives there. It's not a very popular place to go because of all the hibbly-jubbly.
I get the feeling that Amolda might be trapped in there.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know how, or even when, or why, but let's swing by. On our way to... Where are we going?
We're going to the Lake of Steam, to the Artificers Guild.
Okay.
They're going to have a lead on Daylondergeddon, and they might be able to find an airship like you had in your dream. Those things are crazy expensive, crazy hard to find. If we got one, it would be the coolest thing on the earth. But, you know...
We have plenty of money to pay for one.
We also have a gigantic jade slab.
And now one of you has a more pressing need, so you guys might have to fight over whose quest gets done first.
So, we need to move your people fast.
Mm-hmm. Especially if they're being slaughtered.
Yeah.
Could we go south to the Lake of Steam to procure the airship so we could move across land faster than if we actually moved across land?
Mind you, I don't even know if there is an airship there. That's just the closest lead I can think of to where we might find it.
We need to get there as quickly as possible. We won't make it all the way to Cormanthia on foot in time.
You also have a fourth clue. Of where
White-
you guys need to go next.
White Plume Mountain.
Maybe did I see White Plume Mountain in my dream?
Just Quellas.
And then, did someone else see? No.
It was just in Quella's dream, yeah.
Well, we're done here, right? Oh, great Mythal, teleport us south to the Onkwood. Right? That's how that works?
No.
Super magical entity that can do whatever it wants. That just...
Okay.
I don't think so.
You guys turn around and you actually see the Mythal laying on the ground. You see an elven body laying on the ground in the moonlight.
Oh shit, she's dead.
Lifting up.
She's sleeping.
Now she's possessed.
She is sleeping. She's dreaming.
I figure she deserves a nap, you know?
Do you guys want to rest for the night?
Yeah.
I suppose that's all that there is to do.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to sleep here after we just woke up, yeah. I mean, it's a nice spot for it.
And go poke the Mythal.
Your hand just goes right through it. You guys go and you have a rest. In the temple, not in this room. And you are actually visited by real dreams this time.
Wait. I do want to rest in that room.
Okay, well...
Because I want to know where the cake mistress is.
Okay, you get one journey and that is it.
Fuck.
But you guys each have a restful night's sleep, where you are accompanied by the Mythal. Each one of you at a time. So Phlebotomus, you are sitting next to the Mythal, who is sitting next to you. Ixeldor, you are sitting next to the Mythal, who is sitting next to you. And Kieran, you are sitting next to the Mythal, who is sitting next to you.
What imagining? Oh, no, I'm going to get up.
Come on, let me do this.
Oh, okay, alright.
This is the end here. Now, she can speak more freely in a dream, so it's much easier for her to actually converse with you here. You have...
One new message.
You have... You fucking asshole!
I'm sorry. That's low.
I know. So, you have honored my greatest dream. You've created a space that is a sanctuary for elves. You have saved my life. You have made me laugh. You have made me feel whole. You have made me healthy. You have made me not feel so alone. I know you have to leave. But this can be your home. I will wait for you. And I know that you have been haunted by what is ahead of you. And I am sorry. My magic is used to keep the elves of Eta de Seldarine safe, but there are no elves of Eta de Seldarine other than the two. I have magic to spare, to go with you. I don't know yet how I should give it to you. What would help you? Would you prefer that I do what I had always done? And protected this land with its many gifts, songs and rainbows and sparkles and hollows and everything the elves used to want for the city? Or do you want that magic for yourselves? What can I give you?
Are we in a shared dream?
You each are having an individual one, but she's saying the same thing to each of you.
Alright.
Keep the city safe. That's the biggest gift you could give me.
Well, I personally wasn't doing this expecting a gift. Listen, one of our friends, Quella, is in kind of like a funky little coma thing going on. Do you have anything that could possibly rouse her from her horrible slumber?
I think you've already been set on that path.
Okay. That was the big thing for me. If you have like maybe a fun little souvenir, or like a t-shirt or a little bauble.
I know what I can do.
Yeah.
Did you have something you wanted, Kieran?
Well, we're going to be facing greater and greater varieties of danger, so any weapon or armor or field equipment, new spell, strange magical creature, vehicle.
Okay. There are several items still intact from the spell plague. I will illuminate them. You will see a beacon in the sky, and you will be able to find them.
Ooh, neato.
But I can also tell you this. Dalen Durgeddon is alive.
That's good.
And he is safe.
Hey. Okay.
Amalida is alive.
Probably not safe.
She is okay. For a while. She is safe. Ixodar. Your family and your loved ones are alive. All of them.
They're in mortal peril, are they not?
No. But they are alive, and they are waiting for you. And I can answer a question that all of you have been having trouble answering this entire time. You are forgiven. What Rilliphane wants for you is to be happy and have fun. That is the sin you have not yet been forgiven for.
Oh, do you know where I can find that cake lady?
Keep going.
Oh, alright. So she doesn't know. That's great. Fine.
No, she knows. Keep going. You're on the right path.
So, you're like objective, right? You're pretty much the most objective source we could have here.
I am a living being.
For all intents and purposes, though, you're objective.
I am a living being.
For all intents and purposes, you're like a good arbitrator.
What is your question?
The beard thing was funny.
Yes, it was very funny.
Thank you. That's all I needed to hear.
Only because Ixodar looks handsome in a beard.
Maybe not that one.
It itches.
I'll see what I can do about dissolving this. Maybe creating a solvent for that glue.
Thank you.
Just shave it.
You cannot
glue
shave
still
glue!
stays!
Well, it'll keep like a nice full beard for you.
No, it'll keep a nice full beard for you on him.
Oh, yes.
There's a wee bit difference there.
I will not appear to you again.
Oh. Well, why not? You don't like appearing?
My power will be spread very thin from now on.
Is there like a spot in the city where I can go and it'll be like I'm hanging out with you? Not even like to talk to you, but just to be like, hey, how's it going? You know?
Have you ever heard of planets and an alignment?
Yeah.
What you guys did here was like a planetary alignment, charging all 12 Mythals at once. Allowed you to see me. Very rarely have I been able to converse with elves or anyone. This is a once in more than a millennia. This is a once in, say,
recorded history.
Yeah. I have spoken to other elves. But in my lifetime it has maybe been a handful of times. Thank you for everything.
If we were to be able to find some way to, say, pick up the land and maybe put some legs on it so that there'd be this chunky island waddling around throughout the world, would you be bound to this fixed point above where the crater would be, or would you go with the structures and the land?
I feel like she's bound to the city.
That's an oddly specific
I would die.
question.
Oh.
It would crumble me. All 12 Seldering gods would have to be involved to make something like that happen. Like the creation of Evermeet.
Alright. Well, I don't know what that is, but it's good to know.
It's in the Feywild. Ever meet?
I know my mountain.
What's a
Right,
Feywild
well.
again?
Thank you. And goodbye.
Alright, goodbye.
You guys have a restful sleep. I hope I put some of your worries to ease. I know I got really dark with those dreams, but again,
The hell are my cakes?
this is not a grimdark campaign. Everything will be okay. But you guys have resurrected the Mythal, a creature that is not physical, not carbon-based, but ethereal, magic-based.
Yeah.
Her entire existence is magic itself. Whew. You guys have created the safest elven city in Faerun. It will need to be maintained, but you are going to take care of that. And now it is time to move on. We have things to do, places to go. Anything you'd like to say to wrap up this story arc? Because we are done.
Does this mean I'm an honorary elf now?
Yes, Phlebotomus, you are an honorary elf.
In the city. I suppose that's what it means.
That's all that really matters, isn't it?
I forgot to ask her if we're kings now.
No. And you're no longer Junior Archdruid. You sacrificed that to the god of trickery. That's
true.
why she laughed after the hunt.
That's true.
When he revoked your title, it went to him.
So the god of trickery is now Junior Archdruid.
I am afraid so.
If he so chooses.
Does he choose?
I don't know.
It depends on his mood.
That also being said, the symbol on your armor, Ixeldor, is a spiral of golden stars, and it is the zodiac of the god of trickery.
Ooh,
this will be fun.
I'm terrified.
I'm excited.
Oh, and you guys have several items. You follow the beacons that she lit for you.
I'm gonna write them down.
She's got cards.
Just take all these.
Cards.
Spread them out.
I found elephant.
Oh, baby.
I found goats.
You can have that.
Cloak of invisibility.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Gloves.
Oh my God.
Pistol snaring.
Hold on, let me just see the art on that.
Oh wow! I don't think I could have drawn that myself. I wonder what's there. What do you think it looks like?
Velvet.
It looks like that.
Holy
Now,
shit!
since you guys didn't necessarily take too much magic from her, the air actually is full of glittering rainbows. And the birds are rainbow colored here. And the way when you breathe, it's the best tasting air you've ever tasted. It's like sweet and savory all at once.
Just flowers on the wind
You can
constantly.
taste every herb in the bajillion-mile radius.
That's
as
giving
you
me some
see
cooking
fit.
ideas.
Your skin is luminescent and soft, and every piece of crumbled brick is now, while it's not fixed, all the dust is gone. Everything is mowed neatly, and I don't know how to explain it. This is paradise. Even if it's an illusion, which it might be, a little bit, you can feel the mist from the waterfalls that are a mile away, even hitting you here. And you can see the animals frolicking, like close. Like you guys are walking and all of a sudden a bunch of deer are playing, like within reach, and they just go past you.
I pat one.
And yeah, and there's squirrels playing, and there's rabbits bouncing all over, and there's weasels chasing the rabbits, and it's just masterpiece. And that is what you have brought back, even though it's a ruined mess. You can't help but feel happy. It's like there's antidepressant in the air.
Oh boy.
Like you just feel so good. No stomach irritability. No bad bowel movements as long as you are in the city.
Oh, always firm, all the time.
That's a blessing in and of itself.
No teeth pain. Your teeth are always clean, always brushed. Good breath from all of you at all times.
No headaches.
No headaches. No, perfect.
And who would want to leave?
Perfect hair all the time.
Oh, and there's always wind, and everyone's hair is
coiffed.
poofy. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so that is Ette de Seldarine, and you guys are that's the purple X you see on Winterwood map. You guys are heading back up to the yellow circle to HRIVE TOINA, and we are moving on to the next story arc. Okay.
Wait.
What?
The Elven Forest Walker. Is it okay?
You're gonna have to go find out. We will. It's probably fine.
Probably the dungeon master doesn't know yet.
The suspense is going to kill me.
I'm sorry. It just got rained on. It's been dinged up. It's fine.
That hurricane was a bit more than rained on. Roll investigation.
No, I want to go.
3.
You guys don't remember where you left it.
You take a look and you'll find out.
I got a 4.
Next time.
What is the tune that to be continued from JoJo's? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on Downstairs and Dragons, where we have finished the Shrine of Tomoe-chan and all the extra crap that I pumped into it. And we are moving on to White Plume Mountain, or we'll see how long it takes us to travel there. But we will see you next time on Downstairs and Dragons.